I mean, let me tell you something else Mel Gibson related. He has a relatively new movie out. It was kind of dumped into theaters for just like a kind of a 2 weeks, and no one really talked about it. But I saw it recently on video. It's called Bloodfather. It's not directed by him. It's directed by Jean-Francois Richet, whose career I really don't know much about.
By the way,
but,
that was the original title of the Passion of the Christ.
That would be perfect. Yeah, it's a strange title, I have to say. It kind of initially kind of put me off, but I took a look at it, and it's a very good movie. It's actually quite good. It's got a really terrific screenplay, and Gibson plays a sort of a recovering alcoholic and a former prison denizen who is now living alone out of his trailer in the middle of nowhere, and conducting sort of a hirsute kind of tattoo business out of his trailer. And he gets visited by his daughter, who's gotten herself into some trouble, played by Erin Moriarty. She's very good. And and basically he tries to get her out of that trouble when she's tracked down by the bad guy she's running from, and it's very good. It's extremely entertaining, very short, a 90-minute movie, but not only is it exciting at moments, it's always surprising. It's constantly funny. It's got a good dose of menace in it from some of the bad guys, Diego Luna, and Michael Parks has a great, I'd say 3 or 4 scene supporting bit as one of Gibson's former friends that is now making his money selling Nazi memorabilia. And Dale Dickey, who's I guess most recently been seen in Hell or High Water. She's the first person you see in that movie. She's the bank teller that first gets robbed, and also people will remember her as one of the villains in Winter's Bone. She's in it, and William H. Macy plays Gibson's best friend and AA counselor or sponsor, and he's good in it. And it's just a very strong movie. What can I say? It's not going to win any Oscars or anything.
You said that it was surprising, and I see that Adam's on the line. We're going to pick up Adam in just a second, but Mel Gibson, we want to see him in a movie like this, a revenge thriller, more or less. But as a genre, those are pretty standard, cliched affairs. So what's surprising about this one?
What's surprising about it is the relationship between the estranged daughter and Gibson's character, and also the sort of frank talk is, the fact that he's playing a former alcoholic who's now deep into recovery is I think a kind of a veiled commentary on his own troubles in real life. And so that's kind of a surprising and revealing thing. There's lots of regret in the movie. In fact, it's really driven by that. So it's not just we got to kill the bad guys movie. It's got a lot of emotion in it, and I think real emotion that he's really tapping into. So that's really the surprise. To me, that's the thing that's out front, and the other stuff is background stuff to me. But right. It's the dialogue. It's even the Michael Parks stuff is very, very good. And he's somebody that I'm always happy to see in a movie, even if he's only in it for a couple of scenes. Yeah, I mean it's that. It's not Taken. It's not.
Right.
It's not that.
Right.
It's not anything like that. I mean, it is in that it's a, it has only superficial similarities to these old guys kicking ass movies, but it's really the humor and the emotion and the regret, I think, that really resonates